Donald Trump's second term hasn't even started yet, but there's already a fight brewing in MAGA world with Elon Musk at the center. Joining me now are Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman. And this fight, Rick, has to do, as you wrote, with immigration here. Specifically, it seems to be about the H-1B visa issue, but it sort of seems bigger than that, too. So break it down for people. What is at issue here?
Yeah, most people don't know what the H-1B visa program is, but Elon Musk certainly does. He says that he once had an H-1B visa, and these are basically work permits for well-educated foreigners, typically with college degrees, who come here to work in some kind of professional capacity, typically at technology firms and often as programmers. And the tech industry says they need these visas because they simply can't get enough programmers, engineers, other types of technical people here in the United States. There's some question about whether there are some companies that that will hire foreign workers because they can pay them less than Americans. That there probably is some abuse in the system. But here comes Elon Musk, who turns out to be Trump's biggest and certainly his wealthiest backer, saying we need these types of visas. And I think a lot of Trumpers are like, wait a minute, I thought Trump was the anti-immigration nativist. Trump is the guy who's supposed to solve this problem with rampant migration. And tons is getting lost in the details here. We don't have time to go through all of this in one segment, but people, including Trump, conflate both legal and illegal immigration under this one word of immigration. But these are two totally different things. What Elon Musk is referring to is a legal program that has been on the books. Companies get these workers legally. But what Trump mostly railed about, at least what many people thought he was railing about, was migrants who are in the country illegally and who are undocumented. Those are the people Trump says he wants to deport. But, during some of his campaign speeches, Trump said, well, there's a program that allows some Haitians into the country legally, and he wants to end that program and deport those people. So what's going on here is there are actually many types of immigration. In fact, I looked this up. Just work visas, there are almost 24 different types of work visas, and there are more than 100 type of overall visas. So this is profoundly confusing. Immigration is really complex. It has been oversimplified as a political issue. But when you get down to trying to make some policy here, these details are going to matter. And Trump is going to have to start making some distinctions if he's going to have any kind of meaningful change in American immigration policy.
Well, and who decides about that stuff, Rick? Because as always, it gets a little complicated. Does the number of H-1Bs, who is that determined by? Is that determined by a regulatory body? Is there something congressional in there? Who decides?
Right. As with most things, the correct and proper way and the best way to sort out problems is for Congress to spell it out mostly. So Congress has spelled out most of it. Congress created the H-1B visa program, and it determines how many people are let into the country in that program. I think the number is 85,000 per year. That's an extraordinarily small number. And Congress can change that. But then, of course, the president enforces these programs and interprets rules through regulations. And one of the big problems we have with immigration right now is that there are a lot of things that are just falling between the cracks that Congress has not addressed. What to do about the surge of migrants at the southwest border is a classic example. Biden let a lot of people in, and then that turned out to be politically popular. So in 2024, around the middle of this year, he just changed executive policy. That wasn't Congress, and that led to a severe decline in the number of migrants allowed in. But there's still huge problems. There aren't enough border agents. There aren't enough judges to process claims. And the real fixes here require Congress to act. Now, there have been members of Congress who've been trying to do this for, I think you can fairly say, decades, pass some kind of comprehensive immigration reform. It keeps getting hung up because of the demagoguery around this issue at the political level, which helped Donald Trump get elected in 2024. Let's not deny that. So very complicated, not nearly as simple as politicians want you to think it is.
Well, and to your point, there was a bill that was set to potentially pass earlier this year that he torpedoed effectively.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Rick, thanks as always. Appreciate it.
Hi, guys.